Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
It is a part of the country that could definitely use the rain, but it's also going to make for a very wet track tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Tonight, it's the 512th and final game of the regular season, and we've got a good one between the New York Giants and the San Francisco 49ers. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Lance now on first down. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. In last week's game for Kittle, there are the numbers. 4 catches, 52 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play. Only got 1 yard. Great job for the defensive front, linebackers. Everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Leading them out from Texas A&M at quarterback, Kellen Mond.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved? Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. To throw on 2nd and 6, Mond. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Mond now off of play action. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Here's 2nd and 10. And they go play action here. Mond. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. Here's Mond. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's not going to get the first down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or 2 short. On 4th down, Mond. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going... situation, and in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The last run got 3. Now here's... and 7. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and 7 from the 20. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Third down from the gun, it's Mond. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And all the way way down inside the 5 to the 4. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Bond's going to keep this himself. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Gaskin again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Lance going to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Returnable here from the 38. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. A 62-yard punt return, and the Giants have taken the lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they miss hit the ball and kick it right to him.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll run it now with Juszczyk. Caleb Farley there on the tackle.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Right back to Juszczyk again. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
4 yards. The gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Mond going to throw it. He finds his man complete. That's Davidson. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Mond looks to throw.
He's going to try and go deep again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Anthony Schwartz.
Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Right here. Hey, 4 down. Number 16's coming, check it.
From the gun, it's Lance.
He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. To try again after the sack, Lance. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Hey, check back 16. Check back.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is... to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Mond out of the shotgun.
Escaping the pressure right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Oh, he's going to go for it all.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Heavy on the edges. Mike 43. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Now Mond.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz.
His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Giants add on to their lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 7. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And a good effort on the return there gets him across the 30 up to the 33. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Check 99. Check safety. Check safety. 25. Check 25. Check 30.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Mond looks to throw on first down.
Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use Fortnite.
Hey, you impressed, aren't
Yeah,
you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Hey, D-line, let's get it.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now Lance gets this one to Juszczyk. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Another carry here for the fullback, Juszczyk. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Off the play fake, Mond.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught at the 20. A big play there for the Giants.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that. And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall.
And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay?
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons.
And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone was in the wrong spot for the QB.
And really a nice job there to make something out of that run, sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4. To throw on 2nd and 6, Mond. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there, with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 31, Lance. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Lance. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. At 25.
And they'll go for it. Lance. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
They'll look to throw. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time on the catch and run. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. He finds his man complete. It's Russell. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. And it's second down. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. On play action, Lance. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. The Niners on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
First man through. It's the fullback Juszczyk. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Here we go.
They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Now Mond on the bootleg. He finds his man complete. It's Davidson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
And this is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Tucker now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. taken at about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
All right, you guys put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might...
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review of this being inside 2 minutes of play. Everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down?
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On first down, Lance. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. One final try now for Lance. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, they improved to 14-2 with still 1 game left to be played in this regular season. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.